Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to our Monkchat live today. So yeah, good afternoon. And today live, you are with me again. My name is Siwon Atisha Wangso, and with my partner Hanson Tari.
Okay, hello everyone. Uh, Welcome to Monkchat Live. Okay, this program will allow everyone to have a chance to meet a Buddhist monk. Okay, as a little title that we have written, so you can see that you can chat, you can talk with our Buddhist monk in English. So we welcome all the comments from viewers to involve to this Monkchat live. Uh, Normally, we also discuss different questions from people from our Facebook page and the comments, and also we bring some FAQ, which is the frequent asked question from the foreigners who come to Monkchat. We also list all of them and share in this Monkchat live. And good afternoon, all of you who are watching us right now. You are here with me, Prat Son and Prat Sivon. I'm very impressed to able to have a chance to always do this live during this period of time that our Monkchat also not allowed to open to public, that foreigners can come and talk with Buddhist monk yet, because of we have to keep social distancing, and also uh, the situation of the coronavirus in Western country, especially in America, is still um, very strong over there. We try to keep doing this live to meet our formal meditators and also general people, especially uh, in Western country, that see this live and want to talk with Buddhist monk. We will open a chance for you to leave your comments and speak with Buddhist monk. Hello, Prasivan. How are
Hello.
you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. So sorry for the first opening. There's something mistake. So yeah. So how are you personally?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And
Mm.
right now I'm in the monk chat room. Where are you
Uh,
right now?
so last moment I was with you and then something wrong. So now I moved to the library room. So you can see the background is surrounded by the books. It doesn't
Oh,
mean
good.
I'm the knowledgeable one, but it's kind of the background.
Yeah, you look like a person who read a lot of books and have a lot of knowledge.
Thank you very much for your admire. So this morning we have live with a chance Steve, and
Yes.
it was wonderful. I think it was our second time for Monkchat talk with the
Mm,
foreigner, especially the teachers who is teaching
mm.
at MCU and also faculties. So I'm very happy to join with you.
And what did you learn from the interviews with uh, Ajahn Steve?
Wow, it's an amazing question. So thank you for asking me that as well. So I think I learned a lot from this life or from morning life with Ajahn Steve. I learned more about his background, what he has been doing, because as his student, I has been studying with him for about 4 years already, but I didn't know much about him. And I think without this life, I couldn't find out that who he is and how much struggles he has been through, he has passed through. And so one more thing about the morning life is I learned the way of teaching, his teaching English to the students because I think he is one of the devoted person to help the students to get better with the pronunciation and the the storytelling skill as well. Because when we learn in his class, we have to learn how to talk, how to communicate with each other, not just only the foreigners, but even our classmates as well. So we have to communicate in English. And I think that this kind of technique meet and also some our audiences would be able to use this to apply it in their daily life with their student as well. So asking back, what have you learned or what do you think about this morning life?
Yes, I also feel that I improve my, you know, myself, especially interview skills. To see the whole pictures of someone and try to get deeper in their personality, and also the way that he have involved to different Buddhist community and his experience with Buddhist monk. You know. Anyway, today we will also sorry, set up some question and then discuss, do the Dhamma discussion. Normally, we will get some comments from the uh, our viewers. We will keep waiting for a while. Right now, we slowly starting. Today, we don't go too fast. We will slowly keep waiting, people coming and share some question, and we move on slowly, uh, question by question. Don't go too fast. Yes. And sometime I will set up some question, and then you are the one who going to answer the question, or sometimes you can ask me back. We will take some frequent ask question from the foreigners who come to our Monkchat from the previous time that we have been collected. Those questions are very interesting. People who are not always talk with Buddhist monk, maybe uh, you never hear those questions as well. Yes. Uh,
Okay. Mm.
yes. Mm.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's very interesting as well to have this kind of channel or the program. So, and this is kind of some kind of a channel that the people from the long distance can get some knowledge and understanding about the Buddhism in other countries, especially in Thailand or also in Laos or other countries.
Yes.
So what we are going to talk about today is about about the general portions
Very
that
good.
are mostly asked by foreigners and sometimes
Mm.
would be a little bit difficult as well. But I'm sure that
Right.
you can understand it. So we are
Mhm.
helping each other to make clear, to make
Of course.
understand, and
Mhm.
to be a good resource of knowledge for our audiences. Okay,
Yes, this is
so
more like a Dhamma discussion. Yeah, we have discussed uh, about the different question. Don't worry that you have a lot of knowledge or not. Yeah, we do our best. Uh, and did you prepare some question, Prasibon, to for
yeah,
our viewers, for all the audiences today? Pick the most interesting one that you feel that, oh, this is our audience will get the most beneficial from our discussion today. Mm.
yes, definitely. I already prepared some questions,
Mm.
and I'm sure that
Excellent.
it would be very, very interesting for our listeners to get to understand. So, okay, so come back to our question, and the first question that I would like to put on to Pratson Tavi. Are you ready?
Mm. Yes, please go ahead. Yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
so this question is also very famous in Thailand, and especially about the Westerners. So they are curious a lot about Buddhism because they view that Buddhism is the equal religion where male and women are equal, and they can practice do whatever on the same level because they don't have some kind of discrimination for the so so how do you view that the law of women in Thailand or in Buddhism?
Mm. Very good question. I also was asked this question a lot when I talk to the foreigners who come to Monkchat. Especially when the foreigners come to travel in our region, for example, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar. These these are our Buddhist country that uh, people can see something when they go to the temple. For example, some specific hall, for example, like ordination hall, we are not allowed women to go inside. Some temple, not all the temple, especially some temple in Chiang Mai, like Wat Sisupan, they will have signed, female are not allowed to go inside that room. So they have this question that why you don't give equal to all the people, or uh, according to Buddhist view, everyone is equal. No matter rich, poor, male, female, we are same human beings. But in the temple, why you separate that this is for male and female are not allowed? Uh, this is long talking as well, and it's also linked to the life of the female in the temple. For example, nun, female monk as well. So it's the long talking. You can help me too, um, okay, let me begin like this. The view of Buddhism look at the whole being as same and equal. This is our view to all the beings. Okay, we don't distinguish that uh, female are low ego, low level, men will be in high position. Not like that. Everyone same are equal, especially to develop and train in the teaching of the Buddha. Train and develop to be a, a good one, to be a enlightened one. That is not concerned to even gender. Everyone able to develop to uh, reach that level. But according to live in the society, Prasibon. This is what we have to consider, the context of different society. For example, India, they follow the different castes, uh, what we call king
uh,
or
Sun
Brahmin,
Ramen,
uh,
yeah, Sun San Vanna.
servant, of course. They believe this class, and then when Buddha he found the Sangha in this context of the society, he also considered that how to not affect to the society a lot. All right, so that's why to allow female to become a female monk in Buddhism is not easy and not directly like a male monk. According to the his like a history, what's her name? That
Uh,
go to go to
the,
ask the permission from the Buddha for 3 times. Uh,
the his stepmother.
yes, go to ask permission from the Buddha for 3 times, and
Yes.
then Buddha allow female to join the monastic life because of don't consider to the the how can I say the he look at the point that female also have an ability, have a potentiality to get enlightened too. So he allowed, but lay down more rules for female to be 311 rules for the female monk or bhikkhuni.
So
All
why there are
right.
so many? Why there are so many rules for the female monks compared to the monks?
Okay, that's what I have mentioned. Uh, when we allow female to join the monastic life, which is has already male monk or bhikkhu. We have already bhikkhu. When we allow female to join the monastic life, okay, we
Okay.
have to let the male monk take care those female one to develop themselves to get the most beneficial training. Buddha, uh, her name is Miss Pachabadi Kotami, that who go that's a stepmother of the Buddha.
Yes.
After Buddha he achieved an enlightenment, and then she really want to join this training and able to achieve an enlightenment by invoke to the Sangha with the Buddha, and that's what I have mentioned. Buddha laid down more rules to let the female monk get the most benefit from the training because of male and female still have a different of the physical,
Yes.
especially the status of the female that quite unsafe when they go somewhere by themselves. So in the details of
Mm,
the rules for the female monk, Buddha also not allow them to go somewhere by themselves. They should go with the community with male monk to uh, keep it safe for them. And there are also many minor rules that specifically designed for the female monk
yes.
get the most effective to dedicate their life from the layman life to be a monastic life. You
Mm,
know, this is about the ordination of the female. That why female monk has more rules, and about the uh, female status in the temple in some tradition or culture. For example, in Thailand, uh, some temple I have mentioned earlier that not allow female to go inside the ordination hall. Why is that? This is also from the belief uh, of the in the previous time. They believe uh, how to protect this like a holy place. It's more like a the ordination hall is more like specific room or specific hall for monk to
Yeah,
function an important like ceremony for the ubosatha and ordination ceremony. So that's
right.
why in people they create some belief to not let the female to get distraction monk to by saying something that it must be not good for the female to go in that hall. So this is called like a more like a belief or traditional belief. Mhm.
Yes.
And what about your idea to participate to this question?
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I think what you have mentioned is quite clear enough for our audiences to get to know and understand. So why the woman cannot enter the holy place and the law of woman in Buddhism. So mostly in the holy place, especially the Obosata, this is very special place for the Buddhist monk to have some kind of ceremony. For example, when we have the ordination ceremony, um, it's just only in the monks, and we don't allow the outside people to get in the Obosata during the ceremony. And mostly we courses all the time. We courses all the time. We don't allow general people to enter the room except some kind of ceremonies. And that's why some of the temple didn't allow women to enter. But in some cultures or some temples, the women also can the women also get allowed to enter the obosata or ordination hall as well. So from this case, I think that it's about the culture. It's about the culture, and that some culture they don't they don't want people to enter, but some culture it's okay to enter. And yeah, so now we move on to what we have said about the law of women in Buddhism. So you have mentioned a lot of the very useful informations, and and I think uh, some of our audiences also didn't understand, or maybe they want to know more, like the law of women in Buddhism. And from the point of view, what is the most challenging for the law for women in order to ordain as Buddhist monk or Buddhist woman and stay at the temple?
Okay. Sorry, can you
Could you
speak
hear
again?
me?
Uh, s- Not clear.
I Yeah. So last time I asked the question that the most challenging of women to ordain as female monks and stay at the temple. What are the most challenging? For,
Well, according to the female rules, 311 rules, and uh, for the major rule, we call the parachika. For male monk or piku, for piku, there are only four, right? Only four. For pikuni, female monk, uh, is 8 rules. So there are more than monks. Okay. So the
Right.
most challenging for female, to be honest, especially in Thailand, are not officially allowed to ordain. Uh, we can see female monk in Thailand because they went to ordain in Sri Lanka, or some of the female nun, we call mechi, but different from Thai tradition, not dressed
Mm.
by color, but it will be another color, like dark red or maroon color. They are from Burmese tradition. They are from Burmese
From
tradition.
Myanmar.
Yes, yes. But right now, for the Theravada tradition, female monk ordained in, of course, Sri Lanka. But for the Mahayana tradition, they also available in um, all most of the country that you know their temple are available, because there are no problem for the female lineage. According to Theravada tradition, it has been disappear after Buddha passed away for a few hundred years, and then
Mm.
they like don't see clearly the evidence that the original female tradition left, but finally, Sri Lanka, they able to found that their country there are still female monk left there, and they
Oh.
try to ordain female monk and start their Pikuni group, uh, and right now it's growing well. Also in Thailand, right now they start in Nakhon Pathom province. Mm.
So,
And in Chiang Mai there are also 2 places.
all
Mm.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. It
So
it, it
you
means
okay?
that
Your question. Not, I don't answer your question yet. Sorry. The most challenging. Well, I think the training. Yeah, I think be, because of the training in the monastic life is not easy, mm, as we have experienced. So we keep a lot of uh, like patience to follow the rules and routine. And the female monk also like have different, physically, not like a man that able to go anywhere. But for the female monk, they should go like a group. So this is not clear for me too, that what is a challenge for them. Yeah.
hmm,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So so the most challenges about the woman in Buddhism from my point of view, I think the first one it would be about the precepts or the regulations because they have so many rules. And what I want our audience is to understand so why they have so many rules. Actually, the meaning of law is about the one that in order to protect ourselves, to protect our physical and mental, and the verbal as well. So when we have a lot of rules, we don't follow our emotions because as we see in our society, people they just do different things. They just do what they want to do because they don't have their own rules. Even though they have the law, but they don't follow the law. So this is how. So actually, the rule is quite important for everybody, and in any areas, in every areas or any areas, we all have the rules that we have to follow. So yeah, so where we were, sorry. Okay. So we where yeah,
Hello.
okay. Hello, can
Yes,
may,
yes. Please go ahead.
what was the question again? Sorry.
Sorry.
What was the question again?
Uh, the question is, what is the most challenging
Oh,
for female monk in the temple?
yeah. Okay. So and for the second one is as you mentioned that the way of living at the monastery, because the life of living the monastery or the temple is so much different from the outside of the world, because there are so many things that we have to learn from oneself, and also how to live with the community. So for example, in every morning 4 o'clock, or some temple they start morning chanting at 5 o'clock, and somebody they don't get up. Actually we have to get up, but some monk or some women monk they don't get up. So do you think that this kind of person can he or him carry on as a Buddhist Buddhist life? Of course not, right? And the next one is about the way of practicing. This is one of the most important in Buddhism, because everybody who enter the monk life, or the monk life or the Buddhist life, we have to follow the Buddha's teaching, and we have to contain oneself, like we have to join the meditation retreat, and learn how to develop oneself by the meditation. So I think meditation is much more difficult for the newcomers, because during meditation we have to be very patient, in order to be some kind of specific area. And when we do meditation, we don't follow our mind or our emotions. We have to follow the master's speech or the Buddha's teaching that if you chant for 1 hour, then you have to walk for 1 hour. So this kind of thing is much more challenging about the life of the temple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
very,
So
you know,
so so
uh,
do,
oh, okay.
do you want to add more, or do you want to move to another question?
Well, this question also have been talked not just only here. The role of the role of female in Buddhism also one of the topic that Buddhist academician will talk in the conference room or the seminar, because it's not easy issue that we judge that why there's some reason behind, and also the explanation behind that, why female monk they uh, have to keep a lot of precept than male monk, and also some uh, practice are not allowed as well. So as we have mentioned or explained so far are you know one of the information that allow us to understand the role of female in the surface level, not like a deep. Uh,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, and it's very interesting to talk about this kind of topic because we are making clear for the audiences, for those people who want to audience as a Buddhist monk or the female monk and leave the temple for all of their life. So now they can understand something that, oh, women also can ordain as a Buddhist monk, and they can do very similar to the monk, like they can practice and they can have chanting ceremony. And I have seen some female monks, they also can correcting arms as well. So you can say that Buddhism is very equal for all the human beings who want to come and to learn and to develop oneself to be a better person. I think that without practicing, without learning, we cannot develop oneself for sure. So that's why where we are, we have to keep learning all the time. Even what we are doing right now, we are sharing, and at the same time, we are learning as well. So what we are talking today, we don't talk just by our understanding, but because we have researched some informations from the books or from the master, and now we just sharing what they view about the role of women in Buddhism.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. Uh, just want to say hello to our audiences that are watching us right now. We are talking about some issues in Buddhism, uh, especially this is one of the uh, frequent asked question from the foreigners in our monk chat about the female role, the role of female in Buddhism, and it's also become popular topics that in Thai society also have been discussed about the female roles in Buddhism as well. That why we cannot allow female to ordain officially in Thailand. So according to I have listened from the most venerable uh, Paul Payutto, he answered that we can ordain, female monk in Thailand, but who going to ordain? It is the question. Are you agree with this? Because according to Theravada tradition, we discuss we discuss about the ordinator or Bhikkhuni community going to be in the ordination ceremony and accept or function the ordination for the female or someone to join the sangha. But for Bhikkhu, it's no problem because we have big community from the past until now. But for the female monk or Bhikkhuni, is we have we don't have it. Uh, so that's why if we, let's say, not me, but all the people, if we really want to train the Buddhist teaching, we just train from where we are. We are lay people. train from where you are, what you are. If you are nun, monk, train as where we are. So Buddha's teaching able to practice in any place, any time. But in this, monk's life or status is also good community to be in and trained from the senior monk. It's a good environment. It's like able to bring us easier to pass the training, not like a layman that we have to worry about all the obligations or duties, or we have to keep our burden like families, work, and death that we live in daily life. So that's why this monk's life or female Sangha, we call Sangha, is a good community for trained one or practitioners who want to keep in the enlightening path. Yeah. All right. Okay, Pasiwan, can you come up with next
Yeah.
question?
Okay. So yeah. I I, I think for our audiences, they already learned something new from the first topic. And okay, so we'll continue for one topic. Actually, I haven't prepared as well. I prepared just only one question, but this question I will create by myself. Okay, so this question is about something that's happening in our society right now, and I'm sure that like this morning we met some kind like uh, I, I I I forgot his name. We met him at your temple, and he was curious when he was in the US
Mm,
how he viewed the monk in Thailand or in other Buddhist countries.
good.
So so from his background or his stereotype, he thought that Buddhist monk is very modest. They will look look serious all the time, so they didn't talk much. They don't know how to use some kind of technology and even the camera or what we are using right now as well. So when he came to
Mm-hmm.
Thailand and and then everything is changed his mind, and it was very amazing, right? So so what I would like to ask you, Prasanna, so how do you view this part of things in order to make it more understand for those people who think that monk should be this way and monk shouldn't be that way. Like for example, some kind of technologies monk shouldn't use it, but on the other hand, monk also can use it as well. And how to think about it in order to make it understand for the people how to use it.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. This topic also become frequent asked question in Monkchat as well. When the foreigners come to Watsondok, come to our university, they also have seen our monk uh, on with a computer, laptop computer, and they come to Monkchat and ask this question that um, can you use technology, smartphone, and even watch movie? What else? Go to internet. Well, this thing we call the globalization, or uh, developing of the society. Before that, we also like antisocial too.
Mm,
People disagree to use this thing. But in nowadays, in Thai society, try to accept more and more because it's important to use in daily life. Even old monk
Mm.
like abbot in the temple, the
Yes.
uh, chief of the village also want to contact to the abbot directly. He don't have to go to the temple. He can call to the temple and this like discuss about the work with the monk. So the phone right now is involved to our daily life a lot to be a tools for keep a communication. But
Right.
sometimes our monk also uses too much. For example, uh, have one or two smartphone, or sometimes it's more like a fancy phone
Yes.
than the people, and then use all the time. Use them all the time and use it not in the not
In the
creative
right
way
way.
or not not useful way. For example, always use in the entertainment
Mm.
or something that don't develop that monk to be a wise one. Uh, so finally, we have to go back to the value, the value. If we use those technologies, only the fake value, mm,
Oh,
not the main value, not the true or real value.
right.
Um, I think this is not appropriate. But for example, laptop computer, we use it for supporting our workflow, typing the Buddhist scriptures,
Yes.
apply all the software to be beneficial for Buddhist propagation. This, I think, the programmer or people who found the computer, this is their purpose to allow the people workflow, but not only produce for someone only go up for entertainment and not develop that one. I think we have to think about the value of things we have used. Phone for what? Call. If it's smartphone, we can go to internet, so we can do all the workflow in the smartphone. So this is, I think, the core value of those technologies that we have to be careful about and use more wisdom. This is important to use the wisdom when we relate it to something. If we lack of wisdom, we will be a slave of something. For example,
Right.
smartphone. Now we tend to be a slave of smartphone. The smartphone use us uh, because when we forget our smartphone somewhere and we lack of we lack of message or YouTube, Facebook, and we cannot stay calm. And this is smartphone use us.
It's
We
true.
don't
It's
use
true.
phone or internet. So I don't answer too long or too explanation. I just want to go to the point that we have to pay attention to the core value of the technologies. They decide for what, and then we try to use that value, as much as we can, not the fake value, fake one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very interesting to know this kind of information for uh, for those people who still have the misconception about the Buddhist monks. And overall, as you said, that important is the core value. The core value means that how to use it, is in the right way or in the useful way, and we are the one to use some kind of technology. So we use this for being beneficial. If we
Mhm.
don't understand how to use some kind of technology, we be his control. The technology will control us, especially if we don't know if we don't know how to use it, we'll carry it all along the way, and as the result, when we addicted to it, addicted to the technology too much, we feel suffer and feel unhappy because our mind is not in the body. Our mind is belong to something else, or can belong to the game, belong to the music, or belong to somebody who you are connecting right now or at the moment. So that's why the most important to understand and about the technology is to understand oneself how to use it. All
Mhm.
right. So
Of
I
course.
think
Mhm.
mm, yeah, you can continue on.
Uh, yeah, you have mentioned we have to learn how to use those things in the right way, and we talk about the benefit. Uh, so be aware of this. Yeah, let's say three benefit. The first is benefit for yourself. Okay, benefit for others, and benefit for yourself and others in the same time. Mm.
Mm,
This is usable. Whatever you go to uh, related to something, uh, try to look uh, at these three benefit. If it's
right.
cover to these three benefit, please do it. Even someone brain that is not good, but you see that, oh, it's benefit for others,
No,
and you also get the beneficial too. Please do it. Mhm. Keep
mm,
doing. Yes.
yeah. So
Okay.
I
I think we have discussed so far is almost 1 hour. Now is 57. I very feel good to discuss this big question with you, Prasivon. Uh, I'm very impressed to your first question to talk about the role of female. It's not easy question, to discuss about it, but we are both try our best to offer the information for our viewers. Even it's not perfectly yet, we will try to keep discussing about this again in next live, next Facebook live. Right now we are streaming online into two platforms. uh, the first one is Facebook page Monkchat MCU Thailand, and also we share to other our Facebook and also to YouTube to record. uh, for those who just come very late, you can go back and watch, rewatch later. Uh, and don't forget to keep following us in every events program that we try to create in online now, and also offline. Some Dhamma content we also release in YouTube and also Facebook short clip. Everyone can follow us from there, and we have Monkchat Radio. Seems like kind of this, but in the radio we will come up with specific topic, and then we just go level and level of the information. But this Facebook Live, Monkchat Live, will very interact. Sorry, will more relaxing, not serious one. We will come up with frequent asked question from the foreigners, and some come in to our live and put some comments, and yeah, we answer your question from here. All right, so thank you so much, Prat Sivon, to be my partner and talk with me today. I'm very impressed to your knowledge and your information for
Thank you very much for
life.
me as well.
Yeah, so thank you for all viewers. Keep watching us from the beginning until now. We will finish this live in this time, uh, already 1 hour. So thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.